Good afternoon, everybody. Randy with Rashleigh's BBQ. One of my subscribers asked me about the direct grilling capabilities of the Goodwin Open Range, and I promised him I would try to make a video today. So I received a couple of Bison Ribeyes from Nebraska Bison. Thanks to Dan Robertson up at Smoky Goodness for letting me know about these people. We're going to go ahead and direct grill them. We're going to do a reverse sear. I've got the fire set up on one side. The other side has no coals. All in the firebox though, so it's going to be an entire firebox cook. I think I'm going to sear one of the ribeyes straight over the fire. The second one I'm going to put on the grill grates and heat them up and use the grill grates to sear the second one just for my own test. I've never used the grill grates in here. So let me show you the fire. As you can see, we've got the fire set up on this end of the grill. That end has no fire in it. And we're going to start the steaks on the end with the indirect heat, and then we'll move them over the fire to sear them off. We'll bring them up to about 125 degrees internal temperature, and then we'll sear them, let them rest, then we'll slice them and take a look at them. Let's get the steaks ready. We're going to rub the steaks down with a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, and then one of the steaks we're going to hit with the Chupacabra, just the standard Chupacabra rub. The other steak, I've got a package of the Chupacabra Cajun blend. We're going to put Cajun blend on the other steak so I can just compare them for myself. I've used the Cajun blend before, but I want to give it one more shot. It was really good last time. I really enjoyed it, so I'm sure I will this time also. Okay, we're going to rub down the steaks with a little bit of olive oil just so the seasoning will stick and to kind of help with the browning. Now we're going to take the Chupacabra Cajun blend and we're going to put it on the thicker of the two steaks. Pretty thick steak, so I don't think we can over season it. The other steak we're going to use the regular Chupacabra seasoning on. That's it. I'm going to let them sit for just a little bit while we finish setting up the grill. Okay, we got the grill set up. We're going to go ahead and lay the steaks on the indirect side. I brushed the top down and put a little bit of olive oil on it. So I'm going to put them over here away from the heat and shut the lid and let them come up to temperature real slow. While we're letting them come up to temperature, I want to mention that we had those steaks sitting out on the counter for almost an hour coming up to room temperature. I like to start my steaks at room temperature. Okay, we pretty much left them alone. I did turn them over one time to just kind of keep even heat from left to right since one end is closer to the fire. Let's see what we got here. 115. That one's 120. I'm going to go ahead and pull the smaller one off and just tin it with some foil and let it rest. The larger one will take just a little bit longer because it's thicker. Notice I'm using tongs and not a hook or anything. You don't want to let any of the juices out. We'll let that one go just a little bit longer, and when it reaches about 120, we'll pull it off. The larger steak has reached our internal temp. I'm going to go ahead and take it off, tin it, and we'll get ready to sear them both. Okay, we're going to sear the smaller steak first, the thinner one rather. I hear sizzle. We'll let it go for about a minute and then we'll turn it. Not flip it, just turn it. All right, it's been on there about a minute. We're just going to turn it Let it go for about another minute. One of the cool things about these grill grates is they keep the fire from flaring up. I'm not going to sear both steaks using the grill grates because I want you to see the capabilities of the pit by itself, because that's what you asked for. But I wanted to do one with the grill grates just to see how it works, since I've never tried them on this pit before. That's been about a minute. Let's flip it over. Nice sear marks. That's been roughly a minute. We're going to turn it. We'll give it about a minute, then we're going to pick it up. That's been about a minute. Let's see what we got. That's what the other side looks like. Good sear marks. Go ahead and I'm going to temp this one while we get the grill grates off and get ready to grill off the final steak, sear off the final steak. Okay, as you can see, the grill grates are off. Now we're down to just a regular grate. We're going to go ahead and put this on, and probably since it already has a nice pattern here, we're going to let it go for 2 minutes, flip it, 2 minutes, and then that's going to be it. We'll give it a couple of minutes on that side, and then we'll turn it over. One thing I notice as I put it on the grate is that I don't hear quite as much sizzle. The grill grates obviously pick up a lot of the heat and transfer it to the steak, so I'm kind of happy with the way that other steak turned out. This one's going to be good too, but I like the way those grill grates work. Okay, we're coming up on 2 minutes. I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to move it a little further back, try to put it on some fresh grate, because where it's laying right now, it's pulling the heat out of the grate. Might have been just a little too much on that side. We'll put it right there. It did get good grate marks, but it got a little darker than I want. This bison meat is a lean meat, so it doesn't have the fat to render out to the degree that beef usually has. We're going to do about a minute on that side and then pull it off. Call it done. Okay, that's close enough. That's going to be good enough for me. That side looks better. Okay, we have both steaks under some foil. We're just going to let them rest for about 10 or 15 minutes. Then we'll go inside, we'll set up, we'll slice them and see what we have. Give them a taste test and compare the Chupacabra Hot to the Chupacabra Regular. See if we can tell a difference, see which one we really like better. We'll be back. Okay, this is the steak that was cooked with a regular Chupacabra rub. Nice and tender. Now we're going to slice the one that was cooked with the Chupacabra Hot. There it is. It's a little thicker steak, so it came out better medium, and it's also still juicy. So that's the key to bison. Don't overcook it. If you overcook it, it's going to get dry because it has a lower fat content. So let's give them a taste test. Okay, the thinner one is good looking steak there, nice and medium. A little bit better done, more done than the other one, but this is the one that had the regular rub on it. So tender. That's good steak. You can taste the Chupacabra. Very good. So let's try the one, cut a little bit of the fat off. Let's try the one that's the thicker steak that had the Chupacabra hot on it. After it's cooked, the heat of the rub really doesn't come through as hot. Just a little tingle on the tongue, but not hot. The spices are a little bit different in the Cajun blend than the original. I like them both. Let's take a look at the steaks. This is that thinner steak, the one that was cooked on the grill grates, and you can see the pronounced, very pronounced grill marks. This is the steak that was cooked just on the regular grates for the grill, and it has some grill marks, but they're not as pronounced. So they both came out very nice. The ones cooked on the grill grates, the ones cooked on the standard grates. Both of the rubs are great. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this showed you what you were looking for on the direct grilling. We had the fire set up over to one side so that we could indirect grill on the opposite side of the firebox. So the entire cook was done in the firebox, and that's the direct grilling that you wanted to look at. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope this helps you out. If y'all liked it, click like. Subscribe's down here in the corner. Subscribe if you would. And we look forward to being back with you guys in the next video. This is Randy with Rashley's Border Q saying adios, and we'll see you down the road.